So I haven't made a video in a long time, and a lot of it was just going through so much with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Yeah, the topic of the day, you already knew. So for those who have been following me since like 2016 and know the whole backstory, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome back in 2016, and I have been trying to find different ways to fix it. And every time I go to a doctor, it's always medicate this, medicate that, take this, do that, and it's just such an exhausting experience. So around November-ish, I found another doctor, and I was like, oh my gosh, praise God. All the help that I've ever wanted has arrived. And she was like, here, I have phentermine, and you'll take this, and it'll help you lose the weight, and it'll help you with your PCOS symptoms, and life will be great, etc., etc. And take birth control, which, you know, I'm totally so not for doing. But at the time, metformin really just wasn't the thing for me to take anymore. It's just like, after a long time, I feel it really just does some damage on your body. So I was like, let's try this phentermine shit. Never heard of it, never tried it. Let's go ahead and do it. So I give them the phentermine. I'm on it for like 6 weeks. My diet is crazy because I don't have an appetite. Like that first week, I'm just full of energy. So I'm like walking all the time and working out all the time. And in that time frame, in the like 6 to 8 weeks that I was taking it, I did lose weight. I had went from like 268 down to 251, and I was like, yes, like I'm killing it. And the problem is how the phentermine actually made me feel. So I guess people do talk about the side effects of these drugs, and for me, the biggest side effect was how I felt like my heart was racing all the time. And like, I didn't have appetite at first, but then when I started to regain that appetite, even on the medication, I was just eating like so much of the wrong thing. And it just, I was also like a literal monster. Like, I feel like I was just so mean, so cranky, so had trouble sleeping. I hated my experience on phentermine. I did make a video in the beginning of the process, and I will include some of the information from that time frame in this video. But I never like went through posting it from like November to December. I never went through posting it because I didn't like how it made me feel, and I didn't want to tell other people like phentermine is the way to go. It works, but I was feeling horrible, and like it was just like torturous. So basically, I'll insert that here. I am back, and I am doing something different. So I decided to talk to you guys about that today. Lately, I was really in a rut with my weight loss, progress, and just everything with coronavirus that's been happening, being quarantined, how to handle that as a millennial, how to handle that as someone under 30 with no husband and no kids, dating and navigating and all of that. So basically I kind of gave up with the whole PCOS struggle. I started taking metformin again last year. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in another video because, well, I needed something to help me with the acne and help me with the hormonal imbalance. So I started taking it again. But recently, for the last couple of months, I was actually experiencing some serious stomach problems, just like the worst of the worst, you know, like bloating, constipation, pain, like all of the stomach symptoms that you can imagine. I went to a gynecologist, or actually a nurse practitioner, and she helped me. She did take me off the metformin, so I'm no longer going to be taking that. And we talked about weight loss counseling, and I know a lot of people probably roll their eyes, like weight loss counseling for PCOS treatment, that's the grand news. But for me, yes, I actually weigh about 267 pounds. At my lowest, I was 237, so I've always been plus size. I've always been on the bigger side of things, but 267 was where I was at earlier this week. I'm only on day 2 of taking the medication that she prescribed me, and I'm already down 4 pounds just in 2 days. So I'm just hoping to see what tomorrow will bring, but she did prescribe me phentermine. Oh, I hope I'm saying that right. And before I continue about that, I am not a medical doctor. This is just my opinion, not my advice. So whatever you listen to, whatever you take from this conversation, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm still learning, and I'm sure you are too if you're going through what I'm going through. So continue. She prescribed me with phentermine, and I'm still learning actually a lot about the drug. I'm like spending nights up researching about the effects and what it does and why it works, etc., how to use it successfully. One thing that I can say for sure without any other questions on day 2 is that it definitely takes away that appetite from you. I know I usually crave food like crazy. I crave junk food. I crave nonsense. My doctor, she gave me the phentermine, but she did tell me I need to be on a strict diet, a strict keto diet. There's no set calories or anything of that sort, but definitely want to stick within everything keto. I learned a couple of things that I thought were healthy substitutes like honey or quinoa or wheat are still things that are not necessarily the best for the body, even down to corn and almond milk. So those are things that I'm prohibited from having, and basically I'm taking this so seriously. Did I insert it yet? I'll insert that here. And now you're back. Now you know a little bit about the success I experienced in the very beginning with phentermine. And I thought that it was going to be like the success, the reason why it all worked out. And fast forward, this is the second update that I had with phentermine. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Jay Brown. I'm here to give you an update of my experience with phentermine. It has been 13 days since I've been on phentermine. My starting weight was 267.6 pounds. Today I weighed in at 258.9. I have had some mental struggles, some moodiness, some irritability, and some success. I mean, losing 8 pounds in 13 days, that's pretty big. Usually the first 5 pounds for me are always like water weight, and then I hit some type of stall out where I'm just like, I want to see the scale change. So it was stuck at 260 for like 5 days, like where it was just like 260, 260.5, 260, 260.8, and then 259 finally. So I'm finally down to 258.9. I'm really happy to have broken through that threshold, but I really just wanted to give you guys an update of how my process has been so far. So this will just be a video along the way. My prescription is for 30 days, so at 30 days I will give you an update of how much weight I've lost in total. To now, April, I am now 266 pounds. So not only did I stop taking the phentermine and gain the weight back, I am 2 pounds shy of where I started. I have seen some other successes since that time frame. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, I stopped taking phentermine and my life went to trash. What honestly happened is I stopped taking all medication, everything, because after a while she did convince me to get the birth control, the hormonal birth control, because I wasn't taking anything to help with the acne that I had from PCOS, and it had gotten pretty bad. If you've seen on some of my other videos, the acne had gotten pretty bad. So I didn't want to just hop right back in to take a whole bunch of medication. I wanted to clear myself of all of that and try like a real holistic approach. One thing I want to say is I did go to doctors before that, and I tried to do the holistic approach, and the problem is they actually discourage you from doing it. Everything you ask about, they basically say there's not enough evidence to back that. Take this pill instead because medicine makes money, and it was something that I really had a hard time dealing with because I've always been like, let me just go ahead and get this thing, fix this problem. But I really do want to try some natural remedies. So some things I've been implementing into my lifestyle is yoni steams. My friend told me about yoni steam. I actually made a homemade situation. It's absolutely adorable, like a homemade throne in a sense. I'm still learning more and more health benefits about it, but I've been hearing that it's really helped a lot of PCOS survivors. Helps with inflammation. It helps with well, I guess I'm still learning, so I'll get back to you guys. If you want more information about that, you can actually leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to actually prepare to tell you about the yoni steam benefits, but right now I'm doing it because I've been hearing that it's been helping with a lot of PCOS survivors, even regulate periods. So that's a big thing. So trying that out, I'm trying to do that once a month. I hear that it's the safest after your period, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, if I think about doing it, I'm gonna make sure I do it that month. So that is thing one. Thing two is red raspberry leaf tea, turmeric, and iron, because I'm anemic. So I started taking liquid iron, and I've also been taking liquid turmeric every day, just a tiny amount, because it's supposed to help really with inflammation. And the red raspberry leaf tea is actually good for anemia, hormonal imbalance, and there's a lot of other female benefits to it. So I suggest if you're interested in seeing what that's all about, look it up and get your own digs about it. I have used it in the yoni steam. I drink it at night, and I feel like it's been helping, because normally I've been eating a little wild lately. I've been in a lot of high stress situations. Again, I just moved into this apartment about a week ago. So, and it was the same week as finals. So it's been a lot of high stress for me lately. So I've been eating like a fool. And I have been eating a lot of fast food and being out and about and eating so many things with dairy and meat, which I try not to consume that much of, but it is just so good. What was I saying? I did forget to mention this in the video, but the number 3 thing that I've been doing to help out with the acne is hyaluronic acid. I use a moisturizer now that has hyaluronic acid, and it has been really helping to minimize breakouts, and it's just been really good. Like, the skin has improved. But back to the video. Right. I have been trying not to eat poorly, but the last few weeks have been really high stress. I've been eating pretty bad, but all of that to say, I've been drinking tea regularly, maybe like at least 3 or 4 times a week, because it's really one of those things I have to remember, and I'm trying to get to the point where I'm drinking it like 3 or 4 times a day without any caffeine, to get me going in the morning. I'm trying to just be tea only, but what I've learned is it takes time to transition, and that's what I'm here to do. So red raspberry leaf tea has been helpful. I went to go see one of those herbalists, and they actually gave me like a whole giant bag, 2 ounces worth of the herbs for it, and I make my own little tea. I steep it. It's really cute, and when you really get to thinking about it, it's a wonderful self-care act. But anyways, all of it to say, I've been busy, I've been gone, and I'm currently on a holistic journey. Why did I do this? I'm currently on a holistic journey to better myself in my situation. So far I haven't really gained any weight, but I am about to start something new. I got some things set up, and I'll show you real quick. Oh, I'm building my own little home gym. Oh, let's switch arms, because you gotta keep it balanced. Ooh, love that. Basically started my own home gym so I can work out before I go to work in the morning. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, it's definitely gonna be for my benefit until I can build it into my habits and then make it the everyday thing. I hate struggling with my weight. I hate my weight fluctuating. You guys have seen all the videos. There was a point where I was 237 and I was popping. Oh, I was so popping. But this isn't about weight. It's about health. So I'm back on my bullshit, and the next vlog I'm actually going to be including some cooking. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the update about the phentermine and the update about the new products I plan on using, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So thank you so much for watching still for all this time with me still, like, you know, going through what I'm going through. Thank you so much for supporting, and I love you. So PlantbaeJae out.
vegetables and anything, veggies and proteins, veggies, proteins and water. That's really what we need to be eating. So